Ladies and gentlemen, every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can hit snooze, you can rush through the day without purpose, or you can take a moment to breathe and set the tone for everything that's ahead. Life doesn't wait for you to catch up. Life doesn't pause for your doubts or your fears. But here's the truth: you have more power than you think. Every single morning, you are given a fresh opportunity to decide who you will be today. Every single morning, you are given a fresh opportunity to decide who you will be today. And it all starts with what you allow yourself to hear, what you allow yourself to believe, and how you choose to speak over your own life. I want you to understand something deeply. Your mind is like a garden, and every thought you allow to settle in it is a seed. If you fill your mind with negativity, with doubt, with "I can't," then guess what you will harvest? More of that. But if you choose to fill your mind with encouragement, with faith, with possibility, then your day changes, your life changes. It may not happen instantly and it may not happen perfectly, but the seeds you plant in your mind today will blossom tomorrow. And that is why what you listen to before your day begins matters, because those first moments set the rhythm for the rest of your life. I know it can be hard. You wake up and there's a storm already waiting outside. Bills, responsibilities, people demanding your attention before you've even had a chance to breathe. And if you don't guard your heart and your mind in that moment, you will carry that storm with you all day. But I'm telling you that you can change the narrative. You can choose your words. You can choose your thoughts. You can choose to start your day with intention rather than reaction. It's not just about being positive. It's about being deliberate. It's about saying, I am not defined by yesterday. I am not defined by what I lack. I am not defined by the mistakes I made. I am defined by the choices I make right now. So take a deep breath this morning and hear this: you are stronger than you think. You've survived every hard day that tried to break you, and here you are. That is proof of resilience. That is proof that you can handle more than you give yourself credit for. You may not feel ready, you may not feel capable, but you are capable. You are ready. And the world doesn't need you to wait until you feel perfect. It needs you to step into your calling, even if your hands are shaking, even if your heart is racing, even if your heart is racing, even if your mind doubts. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's choosing to move forward despite it. And today is your chance to choose courage. I want you to hear this and believe it. Your story matters. The way you show up in this world matters. The way you show up in this world matters. Even the small things. The way you treat the person in line with you, the way you smile at someone who looks weary, the way you smile at someone who looks weary, the way you work quietly when no one is watching, these things matter. You don't have to have a big title or a big platform to make a big impact. Your life right where you are has significance. And the more you honor your life by being intentional with your words, your thoughts, and your actions, the more powerful your presence becomes. People around you notice even when you think they don't. Your energy carries a weight that can either uplift or drain. Choose to be a source of life today. And yes, I know there are days when it feels like the weight is too much, when the pressure is overwhelming, when the failures feel louder than the victories. But here's what I want you to remember: your past does not define your future. But here's what I want you to remember: your past does not define your future. The mistakes you made yesterday are not the measure of your worth today. Every day you wake up is an opportunity to rewrite the narrative, to realign with your purpose, to reclaim your power. And it starts with what you listen to in those early moments, what you say to yourself in the quiet before the world calls your name. Speak life over yourself. Speak hope over yourself. Speak hope over yourself. Speak hope over yourself. Speak strength into your own soul, because no one else can do it for you in the way that matters most. I want to challenge you to start your day with intention. Before you check your phone, before you scroll social media, before you dive into the demands of everyone else, give yourself a moment to breathe, to reflect, to pray if that resonates with you, or simply to set your mind on what you want to create. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? What kind of energy do I want to bring? What story do I want to tell with my actions? And then hold on to that. Let it guide you. Let it be your compass through the chaos. Because when you start your day with purpose, you're no longer just surviving. You're thriving. You're no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You're shaping them. And understand this: progress does not always look like a giant leap forward. Sometimes progress is as small as choosing to get out of bed when every fiber of your being wants to stay down. Sometimes progress is choosing to be kind when you feel like being bitter. Sometimes progress is showing up again, even when you failed before. Don't underestimate the power of consistent small steps. They add up. They build momentum, and before you know it, the life you imagined is not just a dream. It's a reality because you decided to do the work day in and day out. You must also guard your mind against the lies that try to creep in. The voice that says you're not enough, that you're too late, that you've missed your chance. Fight back against that voice. Speak truth over your life. Remind yourself of the victories you've already experienced. Remind yourself of the strength you have discovered in the hard seasons. Remind yourself that you are here for a reason, that your life has purpose, that your dreams are valid, and that your time is now. No one else can live your life. No one else can walk in your shoes. And the sooner you start believing that your life has value and your voice has value and your voice has power, the sooner you will step into the life you were created to live. And here's something critical. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are constantly giving to others, constantly working, constantly running without rest, your ability to show up fully diminishes. That's why it is so important to start your day filling yourself first, feed your soul, strengthen your mind, affirm your worth. When you begin the day rooted in yourself, grounded in your purpose, and aligned with your vision, everything else flows easier. You will find that challenges feel lighter, interactions feel richer, and opportunities become more visible because your eyes are open to them. I also want you to hear this. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't measure your progress against someone else's highlight reel. Don't let social media define your worth. Don't let the success of others diminish the beauty of your own journey. Your path is unique. Your timing is unique. And the beauty of life is that your story unfolds at the perfect pace for you. There is no rush. There is no need to compete with anyone but yourself. Focus on your growth, your vision, your purpose, and everything else will fall into place in time. So as you step into today, step in with confidence. Step in with faith. Step in with confidence. Step in with faith. Step in knowing that no matter what happens, you have what it takes to handle it. You may not know all the answers. You may not have all the resources. You may not have all the resources. You may not see the whole path, but you have enough right now. You are enough right now. You are prepared enough right now. And the more you act from that place of sufficiency rather than scarcity, the more doors open for you. The more peace fills your heart. The more clarity fills your mind. The more clarity fills your mind. And the more joy flows through your life. And when obstacles come, and they will remember that obstacles are not the end, obstacles are proof that you are moving. Obstacles are the invitation to grow stronger, to learn, to adapt, to rise higher. Don't shrink from them. Don't let them discourage you. Let them refine you. Let them teach you resilience. Let them remind you that you are alive, that you are capable, and that you are capable, and that you are unstoppable when you refuse to quit. The storms you face do not define you. They reveal you. They reveal the depth of your courage, the strength of your faith, and the power of your determination. And lastly, be intentional with your words. Speak over your life with authority. Speak hope, speak possibility, speak victory. Don't allow negativity to settle in your spirit. Don't entertain doubts or fears unnecessarily. You are the voice of your own destiny, and the way you speak to yourself shapes the reality you live in. Speak life, and life will answer back. Speak courage, and courage will rise in you. Speak purpose, and courage will rise in you. Speak purpose, and your purpose will find its way through the challenges, through the noise, through the distractions. So listen to this before you start your day. Take a deep breath, center yourself, affirm your worth, guard your mind, fill your heart, set your intentions, and step forward with courage. Because every day is a new chance. Every morning is a new beginning. Every choice you make sets the tone for everything that follows. You have what it takes. You are stronger than you think. Your life matters. Your story is not finished. Your story is not finished. You are capable of more than you know. And today, right now, is the perfect time to rise up and embrace the life waiting for you. Every morning, before the world calls your name and before the responsibilities of the day weigh on your shoulders, You have a sacred moment that belongs entirely to you. That first breath you take, the first thought that crosses your mind, the first word you speak to yourself, these things set the rhythm for your entire day. And yet so often we give that moment away without even realizing it. We reach for our phones, we check notifications, we scroll social media, we respond to everyone else's demands before even considering what we need. And by the time we start, we are already behind. We are already drained. We are already reacting instead of creating. That moment, though small, holds tremendous power. That is why the way you start your day matters more than you think. I want you to hear this. Your mind is a garden. And the seeds you plant in that garden first thing in the morning determine the kind of day you will have. If you plant fear, doubt, worry, or comparison, you water those things throughout the day. But if you plant hope, confidence, gratitude, and purpose, those are the seeds that will grow and flourish. It's not enough to wish for a good day. You have to intentionally prepare your mind and heart for it. When to declare it, you have to speak it. You have to speak it. You have to breathe it into existence before you answer emails, before you attend meetings, before you respond to anyone else's chaos. Spend time with yourself. Feed your sprint. Strengthen your mind. Align your heart with what you want to create today. Intentionality in the morning is about more than just routine. It's about claiming your power before the world tries to claim it from you. It's about being deliberate with your energy, your thoughts, and your words. And yes, it's easy to say, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll just wing it today. But let me tell you something. Every day you start without intention, you give away a piece of your potential. You give away a moment that could have been used to shape your mindset, to declare your worth, and to position yourself for success. The truth is, your success, your peace, your growth, they begin in the quiet before the world gets loud. They begin in the moments when no one is watching, and you choose to honor yourself by setting your tone first. Self-affirmation is a key part of this. When you wake up, what are you telling yourself? Is it, I'm not ready, or I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know what I'm doing? Or I'm too tired, too weak, too behind. Every time you speak doubt over your life, you plant a seed that will grow into hesitation and fear. But when you choose to speak truth over yourself, you are planting seeds of confidence, courage, and clarity. Tell yourself, I am capable, I am strong, I am equipped for today, I am more than enough. Say it aloud if you have to. Repeat it until your spirit feels it, until your mind believes it. Affirmations are not just words, they are declarations of your authority over your own life. And when you start your day this way, you set yourself up to operate from strength rather than scarcity, from hope rather than fear, from possibility rather than limitation. And let's talk about gratitude, because it is another tool that can transform the first moments of your day. When you wake up, you can focus on what's missing, what's wrong, and what's hard, or you can focus on what you already have. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It creates space for joy and possibility. It reminds you that even on hard days, there is still something to celebrate, something to honor, something to give thanks for. Start your day by acknowledging at least 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be huge. They can be as simple as the breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, the people who love you. Gratitude strengthens your mind and your heart because it reminds you that you are alive, that you are here, that you matter, and that today is a gift, whether it feels easy or hard. Morning intention also includes planning, but not in a way that creates pressure. It's not about scheduling every minute. It's about setting priorities and aligning your focus. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I want to accomplish today? How do I want to feel as I move through my responsibilities? What energy do I want to bring to every interaction? And then hold on to those answers like a compass. Let them guide your decisions, your responses, and your actions. When you start your day with clarity about your priorities and your purpose, it becomes easier to say no to distractions and yes to what truly matters. You begin to operate with intention instead of reacting to chaos. And over time, this practice builds momentum, shaping not just your days, but your weeks, your months, and ultimately your life. I want to be honest with you. This is not always easy. There will be mornings when the alarm feels like a burden, when your body is exhausted, when your mind is heavy with worry, and it feels impossible to be intentional. But these are the mornings when it matters most. These are the mornings that define your character. When you rise anyway, when you take that deep breath, when you speak life over yourself, even though your heart is heavy, you are training yourself for resilience. You are telling your soul that you are not a passive participant in life. You are an active creator. And it is in these moments, in the discipline of beginning well, that you build the foundation for lasting success and fulfillment. Another key part of starting your day intentionally is protecting your mind. I want you to understand that what you allow into your mind first thing in the morning can set the tone for your entire emotional and mental state. If the first thing you do is immerse yourself in news, social media, or other people's drama, you are letting their energy dictate your mood. You are giving away your power. But if you start with silence, with reflection, with prayer, with affirmations, with gratitude, you are taking back that power. You are creating a mental environment where positivity, clarity, and focus can thrive. You are deciding what kind of day you will have before the world tries to impose its chaos on you. And there is something profoundly spiritual about this practice as well. Whether you connect with God, the universe, or your own inner wisdom, starting your day with reflection and intention aligns you with a higher purpose. It reminds you that your life is not random, that your steps are guided, and that you have support beyond what you can see. It helps you to operate from faith rather than fear, from hope rather than despair. It gives you a sense of calm and confidence as you step into the unknown, knowing that you are equipped and that you are not walking alone. And finally, remember that starting your day with intention is not a one-time effort. It is a habit, a discipline, a lifestyle. The more consistently you do it, the more natural it becomes. It will change your mindset, your behavior, your interactions, and your outcomes. You will notice that challenges feel lighter, opportunities become clearer, and your energy is more aligned with your purpose. The simple act of taking control of your first moments each morning has a ripple effect that transforms everything else in your life. So before you get out of bed tomorrow, before the world demands your attention, take a moment to claim your power. Fill your mind with hope, faith, and confidence. Affirm your worth. Express gratitude. Align your heart with your purpose. Set your priorities with intention. Protect your mind from negativity and step into your day ready to create, to influence, to thrive, and to live fully. Because how you start your day matters, and every intentional morning builds the foundation for a life of significance, impact, and fulfillment. Life has a way of testing us. Impact and fulfillment. Life has a way of testing us. It doesn't ask for permission. It just shows up with challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. And sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, like every door is closing and every step forward comes with resistance. But here's the truth you need to hear today. You are stronger than you think. Every challenge you have survived, every obstacle you have faced, every tear you have shed, has been preparing you for the life you are meant to live. Resilience isn't born out of comfort. It's forged in the fires of adversity. And no matter what you ever faced in the past, it has not defeated you. It has only strengthened you, sharpened you, and equipped you to rise higher. I want you to take a moment and think about how far you've already come. The mornings you didn't think you could get through but did. The moments when fear threatened to paralyze you, but you moved anyway. The days when doubt screamed in your ear, but you still showed up. That is proof. That is evidence of your resilience. And the more you recognize the strength you already possess, the more capable you become of facing today's challenges. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. You are starting from victory after victory, even if those victories felt small at the time. Those moments count. They matter. They have shaped you into someone capable of handling more than you realize. And listen carefully. Your journey is uniquely yours. No one else can walk it for you. No one else has your exact combination of experiences, strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. Comparison is a trap designed to steal your joy and minimize your accomplishments. You may see someone else's success and feel discouraged, thinking that you are behind or that you've missed your chance. But their path is not yours and your timing is not theirs. What is meant for you will not pass you by. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, even if you can't see the full picture yet. And the sooner you embrace that, the freer you will be to step fully into your own story without hesitation or regret. Strength is not always about the grand gestures or heroic moments. Often it is quiet, persistent, and steadfast. It's getting up when you have fallen. It's continuing to show up even when no one is watching. It's staying faithful to your purpose when the road is rough, the support is scarce, and the outcome is uncertain. True strength is measured not by absence of difficulty, but by the courage to move forward despite it. And you have that courage. You may not always feel brave, but courage is not a feeling, it's a choice. Every time you choose to keep going, to keep believing, to keep working toward what you know is right, you are exercising the strength that has always been within you. Resilience also comes from understanding that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Every mistake, every setback, every closed door is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to refine your approach. You may have been told that failing means you're weak, or that a setback means you're not capable. That is a lie. Failure is proof that you are trying. Failure is proof that you are moving forward. And each time you face what you once thought was impossible and survive, you build an inner fortitude that no external circumstance can take away. Your resilience is cumulative. Every hardship adds to your capacity to handle more, to dream bigger, and to rise higher. And let's talk about patience, because embracing your unique journey requires it. You may feel frustrated with the pace of your progress. You may see others achieving milestones that seem far ahead of where you are. But life is not a race. It is a process. Your growth cannot be rushed, because it is about more than just reaching a goal. It is about becoming the person capable of sustaining that goal. It is about becoming the person capable of sustaining that goal. Every lesson, every trial, every season of waiting is shaping you, refining your character, preparing you for the responsibilities and opportunities that are ahead. Impatience only leads to frustration and distraction, while patience cultivates wisdom and clarity. Trust your journey, even when the path is hard to see. Your story also matters because it is filled with lessons that only you can teach. The experiences you've had, the struggles you've overcome, the victories you've achieved give you insight, empathy, and perspective that are invaluable. There is someone out there who needs your courage, your voice, and your testimony. There is someone who will find hope in knowing that you survived what they are currently facing. Your resilience does not only benefit you, it becomes a source of inspiration and strength for others. That is why embracing your journey with all its ups and downs is not just an act of self-love. It is an act of service. By owning your story, you give others permission to own theirs. And remember that strength is not just physical or emotional, it is spiritual as well. The depth of your faith, the strength of your convictions, the courage to remain steadfast in your beliefs even when challenged. These are pillars that sustain you in moments when the world feels heavy. Spiritual resilience doesn't mean that difficulties won't come, but it does mean that you have a foundation that cannot be shaken by circumstances. Your connection to your purpose, your values, and your higher calling gives you the fortitude to face anything with grace and confidence. Embracing your resilience also means embracing your own growth over time. Look back at who you were a year ago, 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, and see the transformation. The fears you once had, the doubts that once paralyzed you, the habits that once held you back. You've overcome more than you think. Celebrate that progress. Acknowledge the work you've done. Honor the courage it took to endure the storms and to keep moving forward. And when you do that, you reinforce your belief in your own strength, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you see yourself as capable, the more capable you become. And here's a truth that often gets overlooked. You are stronger than the circumstances around you. Life may not always go the way you planned. Opal may disappoint you. Opportunities may be delayed. Plans may change. But your inner strength, your resilience, and your commitment to your journey are constants that no external force can diminish. When you operate from that place, you are unshakable. You are not controlled by fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. You are guided by your vision, your values, and your faith in yourself. And that is the foundation of lasting success, peace, and fulfillment. Lastly, embrace your journey with courage, not regret, There is power in accepting where you are and using it as a launch pad for where you want to go. Don't waste energy wishing your path were different. Don't waste energy wishing your path were different. Don't dwell on what you lack or what you think you missed. Instead, focus on what is possible from where you stand today. Every step you take in alignment with your purpose strengthens your resilience, builds your confidence, and brings you closer to the life you're meant to live. You are not meant to shrink from challenges. You are meant to rise above them, to grow through them, and to inspire others with the story of your endurance. Life will always present obstacles. There is no avoiding it. No matter how prepared you are, how disciplined you try to be, or how committed you are to your purpose, challenges will arise. You will face moments when the weight of your responsibilities seems too heavy to bear. There will be times when people doubt you, when circumstances feel stacked against you, when doors close just as you thought an opportunity would open. And in those moments, you will have a choice. You can let the obstacle define you. You can let it defeat you, or you can let it refine you, strengthen you, and reveal just how resilient you are. Obstacles are not sent to stop you. They are sent to teach you, to sharpen you, and to stretch you beyond what you thought possible. I want you to understand this clearly. Your mind is the battlefield where your victories are won or lost. The thoughts you allow to dominate your mind in moments of challenge are more powerful than the challenges themselves. Fear, doubt, worry, and negativity are all enemies that will attempt to convince you that you are not enough, that the situation is hopeless, that you cannot succeed. And here is the truth. You have the power to decide what thoughts take root in your mind. You can choose to dwell on problems, limitations, and failures, or you can focus on solutions, possibilities, and your capacity to overcome. Guarding your mind is not optional. It is essential. The way you think dictates the way you act, and the way you act determines the trajectory of your life. Obstacles are inevitable, but they are also temporary. They are not permanent roadblocks. They are moments in time designed to test your perseverance, your patience, and your faith. When you encounter difficulty, don't shrink from it. Don't run from it. Face it with courage and determination. Ask yourself, what lesson is hidden in this challenge? How can I grow stronger because of it? Every obstacle has a lesson for those willing to see it. And the more you embrace challenges as opportunities to learn, rather than as signs of failure, the stronger and more resilient you become. The storms in life are not meant to break you. They are meant to teach you how to stand firm, how to adapt, and how to rise again with greater wisdom and strength. And let's talk about fear, because it is often the loudest voice we hear when obstacles appear. Because it is often the loudest voice we hear when obstacles appear. Fear wants to convince you that you are powerless, that failure is permanent, that your dreams are unattainable. But fear is not reality. It is perception. It is a signal that you are stepping into growth. It is a natural reaction when you are about to stretch beyond your comfort zone. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting in spite of it. Every time you choose to move forward despite fear, you build confidence, resilience, and momentum. Fear is temporary, but the strength you gain from confronting it is lasting. Obstacles also reveal character. How you respond to difficulty says more about you than how easily life goes your way. Will you complain, blame, or make excuses, or will you take responsibility, adapt, and rise? Life's challenges expose our strengths, highlight our weaknesses, and give us a chance to grow in ways we never thought possible. The people who achieve greatness are not those who avoided difficulties. They are those who faced them head on, learned from them, and persevered. You are capable of that same kind of courage and determination. Your obstacles are not the end of your story. They are the chapters that will make your story extraordinary. And there is a powerful connection between guarding your mind and overcoming obstacles. Your mind is where battles are fought long before the battles appear in your life circumstances. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs can make even the smallest obstacle feel insurmountable. But when you choose to cultivate a positive, disciplined, and intentional mindset, challenges become manageable. Your perspective shifts from why me to what can I learn? How can I grow? You become solution-oriented rather than problem-focused. You begin to see opportunities where others see roadblocks. and you begin to understand that your power lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering your response to it. Consistency is critical when it comes to guarding your mind. Every day you allow negative thoughts or external noise to dominate your mental space. You reinforce patterns that will hold you back. But every day you deliberately choose empowering, uplifting, and constructive thoughts, you strengthen your mental resilience. It is not enough to guard your mind only in times of crisis. It must be a daily practice. Affirm your strength. Remind yourself of your worth. Visualize success. Speak words of life and encouragement over yourself and your circumstances. These small, intentional choices create an unshakable foundation that sustains you through any challenge. And remember, obstacles are not always external. Sometimes they come in the form of self-limiting beliefs, fear of failure, procrastination, or a lack of confidence. These internal obstacles can be just as dangerous as external ones because they often go unnoticed until they have taken hold. Identify the thoughts, habits, or fears that hold you back and confront them with the same courage you would confront any external challenge. Growth begins with awareness, and transformation begins with a choice to act differently than you have before. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. It depends on what you allow to occupy it. Patience and persistence are vital in this process. Overcoming obstacles is rarely instantaneous. It takes time, effort, and repeated action. You may face setbacks along the way, and that is normal. Setbacks are not failures. They are part of the journey. They provide valuable lessons, strengthen your resolve, and teach you resilience. And celebrate the small wins along the way, and recognize that progress is not always linear. The act of continuing to push forward day after day despite difficulties is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. Persistence is a quiet power that builds character, capability, and confidence over time. Another essential element of overcoming obstacles is the company you keep. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you in positive ways, and encourage your growth. Avoid those who drain your energy, magnify your fears, or sow doubt in your mind. Your environment matters because the people and messages you absorb influence your mindset. Choose relationships, resources, and influences that reinforce your belief in your ability to overcome rather than those that reinforce your limitations. Strength is contagious and positivity breeds resilience. Protect your mind by being intentional about what and who you allow in your space. And don't forget the power of reflection. Obstacles often carry hidden lessons, but we only recognize them if we take the time to pause and reflect. Ask yourself what this challenge is teaching you. Ask yourself what strategies, resources, or skills you can develop as a result. Ask yourself how you can grow stronger because of it. Reflection transforms obstacles into opportunities and turns experiences into wisdom. The most resilient people are not those who avoid difficulty. They are those who extract lessons from every challenge, refine their approach, and move forward stronger than before. Faith, whether in yourself, in a higher power, or in the process of life itself, is a key factor in navigating obstacles. When you trust that every challenge has a purpose, that every setback carries a lesson, and that you are equipped to handle what comes your way, you reduce the power of fear and doubt. Faith doesn't remove obstacles, but it changes how you respond to them. It allows you to approach difficulties with courage, hope, and confidence, knowing that you are not alone and that you have the ability to persevere. Trusting the process and trusting your strength allows you to remain focused even when the path is unclear. Finally, remember that your words shape your reality. Speak life over your challenges, your circumstances, and yourself. Speak hope when despair tries to creep in. Speak determination when fear threatens to dominate. Speak victory over doubt, limitation, and obstacles. Your words are not empty. They influence your thoughts, your actions, and your outcomes. By choosing to speak intentionally, you are reinforcing your mindset, strengthening your resilience, and taking ownership of your journey. The obstacle may be real, but your response determines whether it becomes a barrier or a stepping stone. When you step back and look at the journey we've been through today, one thing becomes clear. Every day is a new opportunity to live intentionally, to embrace your strength, and to overcome whatever life places in your path. The moments you claim for yourself in the morning, the words you speak to your own heart, the gratitude and purpose you set in motion. They all lay the foundation for a life of meaning and impact. Starting your day with intention is not just a routine, it is a declaration that you will not be controlled by circumstance, by fear, or by the chaos around you. It is the first act of courage that sets the tone for every choice, every interaction, and every opportunity that follows. And as you embrace the strength and resilience that has carried you this far, you begin to understand that your journey is uniquely yours and it is filled with purpose. The obstacles you face, the hardships you've endured, and the lessons you've learned are not weights meant to hold you down. They are the wings that will lift you higher. Your story is not defined by how many times you stumbled, but by how many times you chose to rise. Every failure, every setback, every moment of doubt is shaping a stronger, wiser, and more courageous version of you. Recognize the power in that. Own it. Walk boldly in it. And as you face the inevitable challenges of life, remember that your mind is your battlefield and your thoughts are your weapons. Guard them, protect them, protect them. Fill them with truth, life, and possibility. Speak over yourself words of courage, faith, and victory, because your response to obstacles determines your destiny. Nothing can stop you when your mind, heart, and spirit are aligned with purpose, and when you refuse to let fear, doubt, or negativity define your path. Life will test you, but it will never surpass the power that resides within you when you stand firm, act intentionally, and move forward with unwavering faith. So today, take ownership of your morning, embrace your resilience, and meet your challenges with confidence. Remember that the seeds you plant, the strength you nurture, and the mindset you protect will not only shape your day, they will shape your life. You are more capable than you believe, stronger than you feel, and your journey is filled with more potential than you can imagine. Rise with intention, move with courage, and live with the unwavering belief that your best days are not behind you, they are ahead. You were made for this moment, and right now is the time to step fully into the life you were born to live.